Welcome to the College of Science and Engineering. We're excited that you have chosen TCU for this next stage of your education. I'm Dr. Ryan Walt, Associate Dean for Undergraduate Studies in the College of Science and Engineering. And in this short video, I'm going to give you a brief overview of the college. Some years ago, we met with our advisory board and separate meetings with faculty and administrators, and came up with some statements that we think define our college. And the one that is foremost in our minds is our promise statement. We're open doors, open minds. Faculty come to TCU because we're interested in working with students. So we encourage you to come see us. My door is always open. If there's any way in which I can help you, please come see me and I'll do everything that I can. We want to inspire you to use science and engineering to create a better future and to discover the joy of experimentation and learning more about science. Our core values, we identified 5 things that we think acting together define us. Certainly all of these could be claimed by a lot of institutions, but these 5 we feel like truly identify us. Integrity, acting with compassion in an honest and trustworthy manner. Respect, honoring individual differences and embracing inclusiveness. Intellectual curiosity, experiencing the joy of learning through a passion for discovery and innovation. Excellence, challenging ourselves and others to reach our greatest potential. And finally, hard work, embracing rigor, analytical thinking, and perseverance in the pursuit of knowledge. On the right-hand side of this slide, you see some bragging points about the college. One there in the lower left of the right-hand side, we have almost 2,200 undergraduate students in this college. We're growing faster than other colleges in the university. Here are our 11 departments. You see in the central column there the number of majors that each unit has. Biology at the top and psychology near the bottom account for over half of the majors in our college, 515 for biology and 722 for psychology. And then, other departments, engineering is the next largest, followed close behind by computer science, and so on. Engineering and computer science are undergraduate programs only. 4 of the other units are master's programs and 5 have PhD programs. Now, I'd like to briefly talk about some of the opportunities for enhancing your education beyond the classroom and within the classroom. But the capstone senior design courses that are available in the computer science degree programs and in the engineering degree program, I think are unique. We find real world projects for you to work on. And so in teams, usually in smaller, relatively small teams in computer science, 4 or 5 students, larger teams of 15 or so in engineering, you create a solution to a real world project. We will find clients that need computer science type work and engineering type work. And then you as students are totally responsible for interviewing the client, determining what the needs are, specifying a solution for the client, developing it, testing it. And at the end of about 8 months, you're going to have to turn over all of that to the client. For all of our disciplines, we have research opportunities. Or allowing undergraduates to become involved in research is quite uncommon. But we encourage all of our undergraduates to work with a faculty member in some type of research project, and probably 40% of our undergraduates do that. The culmination of that is a student research symposium called the Michael and Sally McCracken Student Research Symposium that's held in mid-April every year. It's an annual event. Students present the result of research that they have done in cooperation with a faculty member, and it is done in a professional setting. There are students will create posters and put them on display, stand there by them and talk to anyone who comes by and wants to ask, find out more about their projects. Just as a demonstration that all of our units do involve undergraduates in research, you'll see some projects listed here. Now, I'm not going to go over each of these. Most of them I don't understand myself. I'm a computer scientist, by the way. And so you'll see there is biology, chemistry, computer science, engineering, and environmental science. And then on the next slide here, geology, math, nutrition, nutritional sciences, physics and astronomy, and psychology. All of those units, those were research projects that the faculty chose as the most outstanding that particular year. And we have, in addition to the departments that offer degrees, we have institutes that do a variety of things. The TCU Karen Purvis Institute of Child Development was begun about 17 years ago by two psychology faculty members, Dr. Karen Purvis and Dr. David Cross. Dr. Purvis passed away 3 years ago, and the institute was named in her honor. She was a very passionate advocate for improving the lives of children who have experienced abuse, neglect, and other forms of trauma. There is a summer camp called the Hope Connection, where students in the program can get firsthand experience in working with children. You'll learn a technique that was developed by Dr. Purvis and Dr. Cross, trust-based relational intervention. The Institute conducts seminars around the world for practicing professionals. And you can get both a major, a BS, or a BA, and a minor in that discipline. Then the Institute for Environmental Studies, Dr. Michael Slattery is chair of the Environmental and Sustainability Sciences Department and is the director of the Institute for Environmental Studies. He began in cooperation with some TCU students, an initiative to help the rhinoceros. He took a group of students to South Africa. They got involved with the Amakhala Game Preserve there, and began doing things to protect and raise awareness of the plight of the rhinoceros. Senator Paul Simon provided this, or gave one of his Spotlight Awards to this TCU Rhino Initiative a few years ago. You can do a study abroad. Dr. Slattery continues to take students on study abroad trips to South Africa and to work in that Amakhala Game Preserve. One of the best meteorite collections in a university or around the world is here at TCU, the Oscar Monig Meteorite Gallery. Oscar Monig was a businessman here in Fort Worth who became closely associated with TCU. He spent a lifetime as an amateur collector of meteorites. He amassed a collection of over 3,000 samples, and he donated all of that to TCU because he wanted it to stay in the city that had supported his family's business. The Meteorite Gallery is open to the public. It's free. We encourage you to go see it whenever you have time. It's located on the second floor of the Sid Richardson building. And then finally, I want to brag about one more thing, and that is the Pre-Health Professions Institute. For over 100 years, TCU has been preparing students to become doctors, dentists, and so on, other in health professions. Each year, about 1 out of 8 of every new student coming to TCU says that they want to be a doctor, a dentist, or a veterinarian. Many of them, it is a very challenging program, and many of them do not complete the program. But for those who do, on the right-hand side of this slide, you see a chart of 27 years worth of data. The purple circles at the top show the TCU student applicants' acceptance rate to medical schools. The white circles there across the middle show the nationwide average acceptance rate to medical schools. And so you can see that TCU applicants, because of the rigor of the program, enjoy about twice the national average rate of acceptance to medical schools. So that is my brief overview of the college. again, I encourage you to come see me anytime you have any questions, any way that I can help you. I probably can't help you with your chemistry homework. As I say, I'm a computer scientist, but there are a lot of things I can help you with, and I encourage you to come see me anytime that I can be of help to you. So again, welcome to TCU, and go Frogs.